Hi everyone. I decided to do a pop-up live and I asked Lisa to come on.
There we go. Hope everybody shows up. We're just here fooling around with the cards.
I'm gonna go to my channel so that way I can see if this yep,
Just
says
came
we're
up. It just came up that we're popped up live.
okay. I'm gonna go in and change it to where it's subscribers only.
Okay.
That way. Hopefully we don't get any bots or whatever it is that likes to come in and harass us.
Trolls.
Yeah, trolls.
Trolls. The trolls.
We don't want any trolls. Alright, I think I did it. Alright, there we are. I got it. So how are you doing tonight, Lisa?
Good. Good. I've been spending the whole day, most of it, talking to a subscriber of mine that was talking about being reincarnated from James Dean.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
That would be interesting.
Well, I did an article about his car last Friday. That the James Dean. You know who I'm talking about because you're so young.
Yeah. I'll double check and Google a picture, but I'm pretty sure I know who James Dean is.
James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause. He was like the first Fonzie, which you
Yeah,
probably
he's
don't
an
know
actor.
who the hell Fonzie is either. Yeah, Rebel. Yeah, real handsome, ladies man.
Well, it's not him.
Anyway, his car was like cursed, and his best friend, when he went to show it to him, said, "You'll be dead within a week if you get in that car." And he laughed it off, and stuff. And yeah, it was a race car. It was like a 1955 Porsche Spyder, real fancy race car. Anyway, he was going to take it to the race because he was like the ultimate biker rebel type guy, and he was an adrenaline junkie is what he was, but he was also very much of a ladies man and big about town in Hollywood and stuff. And the theory is that someone put a curse on his car that he just bought. It was brand new. And this was September the 23rd, and on September the 30th, he died. September 30th, he died in the car crash in that car with his best friend behind him. He was going to the race, and his auto mechanic told him, you better drive that car, to get used to it. So they were driving down to the race in Paloma, California, and hit somebody, T-boned him. And he got killed in the car. The car looked like it was just like crunched in like a tin can. Because back in them days, in 1955, they were made out of steel. I mean, they were made big time, except for little tiny sports cars. And so the big theory of it all, or the mystery of it all, is that anybody who got the car afterwards, because they took it to the junkyard and they bought it, and people scrapped it out, and put different parts in other people's vehicles. Anybody who bought these parts died in their vehicles. And like one guy had a transmission, he wrecked in the car, got in a car wreck through a race, and then another guy had something or another. I can't remember what it was that he had in his race car, and he died in the race. Hit a tree and it killed him. And then somebody had tire blown out and got in a wreck, and it was just like people were just getting wrecks. And then this guy who bought the whole car frame took it to these schools and all these car shows and stuff to show people how dangerous it is to speed and drink and drive, and stuff like that, like they did in high school, probably for your school for prom.
Yeah,
but he took it, and the guy who was carrying it got killed. It rolled back up on him and killed him. And then a kid that was on display at the school, it fell off the display thing and broke his hip. And then finally, the third time they tried to show it, um, it got in a car wreck. The whole truck that was hauling it got in a wreck, and it disappeared. Nobody's found it since. They've had like $2-3 million trying to find it. And
Oh my God, I've never heard of any of that.
well, the other one was the first time they tried to show it, the whole garage caught on fire, and the only thing that didn't catch on fire was the car. So it was like a Christine. Have you ever seen that movie? Type.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a scary movie. Anyway, yeah. Big curse around it. So they think that one of the women that he had an affair with, or married women, or somebody got pissed off and put a curse on it, curse on the car for him to get killed or crash the car
Oh my
or
God.
whatever.
If all those things happen with just
Yeah.
the car and the car, it's got to be, there's something to that.
It's, well, it was brand new, so it couldn't have been really the car. Did they put the curse on him, or did they put the curse on the car? It had been on the car after he
Yeah.
died. So
Right. If it
yeah.
was so, man, that's crazy. That's
it is crazy. It's really crazy. And like I said, nobody's found it. Now, did they steal it? Somebody wanted it as a souvenir, you know, because he was a famous actor. He was only 24 years old when he died. And did they steal it because they knew it was part of a famous movie star's death or whatever? Or did they steal it to hide it so they could stop this curse from affecting anybody else?
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
Woohoo! Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sharon. How y'all doing?
How you guys doing? We're just jabbering. What are you guys doing tonight?
I hear my son up there crying. He just started crying as soon as we started it. But his dad's up there, so hopefully he can get him calmed down.
Oh no.
Let daddy take care of it, right? Well, if he cries for too long, I'll go, but
yeah. That's cool.
He was asleep. As soon as I hit live, it seemed like he woke up.
He knew.
He knew,
My
man.
cat ain't going nuts. What the heck?
Hopefully he calms down.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hmm.
Teresa says I should be sleeping. So should my son. He was asleep. But
You should be asleep, or Teresa, huh? What's
what
keeping
time
you
is
up
it?
tonight?
Huh? Oh, I was asking Teresa what time it is there. It's just after midnight here. Hi, JR. How are you doing? I'm gonna wait a few minutes. If he doesn't stop crying, I might have to go up there, but we'll see.
Like I said, they just came on, popped on. Hi, JR. Because I just seen him. So what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Anything?
It's 12:10. That's what time it is here, too. You're in Maine. I'm in Ohio.
Oh, yeah. She's 2 hours ahead, or an hour ahead of you. 2 hours from me.
Well, the same. She's on the same time as me because I'm in Ohio and she's in Maine, so we're on the same time.
Oh, the same time?
Yeah.
And you guys are only like an hour behind me?
Hi, Cheyenne.
Hi, Cheyenne. We are just jabbering right now, waiting for anybody to ask questions. Michelle just asked me if I wanted to come on live, and it's like, yep, we will do it.
My son fell asleep a little bit earlier than he normally does, and so I was all like, hey, I'm going to do a pop-up live. And of course, as soon as I started it, he started crying, so we'll see.
Yeah.
His dad's up there trying to get him to sleep.
Oh, no.
He probably wants mommy.
Oh, no. He knows. They know everything as soon as you get on.
Mm-hmm.
It says, JR says it's 12:10 in New York.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the same time as New York. It's Eastern.
Wow. It's after midnight. 11:11 p.m. It's a sign, Cheyenne. It is 11:11 p.m.
I don't even see that comment, 11:11.
I could see it after their names. It shows time after their names.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
11:11 p.m.
I thought she commented that. It's 12:11 or 12 or 10:12 in Colorado.
Yeah, it just changed. Did anybody win the Mega Ball? Does anybody
Oh,
know?
yeah. I better check that out. I have a ticket.
We could all be millionaires sitting here. Woohoo!
That'd be awesome. All right, let's see here.
I think it was like 840 million.
Well, I know I didn't win because I think my Mega Ball was 12 or something, and it says that the Mega Ball was 25. Yeah, I know my first numbers were 4 and 8 because I was like, oh, that's my birthday. My birthday's 8-4. So the winning numbers are 3, 5, 6, 44, 61, and the Mega Ball is 25. So I definitely didn't win.
I don't know. I don't even know where I put my ticket. I think I put it underneath my magic spell case. Make sure I win. That would be good. That's a ton of money. Yeah. What would you do with it if you woke up and you found out you won the lottery? What would you do with it?
Well, I'd probably just cry in happiness, first of all.
I'd probably have a heart attack, but I'd be glad I woke up the next morning. I don't know. You'd have to get a lottery lawyer, is what they say. Now, a lottery lawyer knows all about the taxes and all of the things you have to get done. So I don't know how much they would be. Probably they'd take a pretty big penny of it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And what else you'd have to do? Mo, don't start knocking things over. You'd probably have to get an attorney, another lawyer, and an accountant, and go hide somewhere. Cheyenne wants a message. Okay.
I have a message for Teresa. A message about what I need to do now.
Buy a mansion near the water.
A message without having them to touch my card. No, I'm just kidding.
JR would buy a mansion by the water.
There you go.
Without a stay. I think, JR, I would like to buy an island. And I've looked at some private islands before. That would never happen. But an island would be kind of cool. I'd be like zombie proofing it and making sure that I had all the necessities that I would need. I would donate the major part of it to charity. Yeah, me too. I've always had my charities done and written up, and I do it now as much as I possibly can. But yeah, I would donate a lot of it to charity.
Hi, Aline. My daughter asked me today after I bought my ticket. She said, "If you win, can I have $1,000?"
If you win 1,000, dang, you're not cheap. Yeah.
All right. Message for Teresa.
Hi, Oline. Yeah, 1,000.
And then when I told her no, she said, "Well, then can I have $50?" I told her if I won that money that I would save some, and then she would get some, but it wouldn't be until she's older.
Yeah. Did the guy who won the Powerball, the big Powerball, the 700 and some million, wear a screen mask? No, I didn't see that, JR.
That's smart, though.
That way they don't know the identity. Well, anybody that was close to him, I'm sure, would have known. But yeah, I'd be like the old movie, The Jerk, get all this money, and then I'd be giving it to a ton of people. I would buy a ton of land or property and then provide affordable housing for people. Yeah. Me too, Cheyenne. Me too. Yeah, I would even buy lots and lots of land and start my own ranch or B&B. I'd love that. I always wanted to start a B&B somewhere. Yes, everybody would be after you.
Yeah, everybody would be asking for donations for good causes. And
You'd probably have to hire bodyguards and stuff like that. To go with you wherever you went. Well, you know, Oline, I would think that I would be, if I have friends like on Facebook and stuff, and the people I talk to like through here and stuff, I know that I would already know them and I would give them money. And anybody else, no. I don't think so. I would give charities. I've already got like 5 charities that I've already tried to give to, that I know definitely, like St. Jude's and children's hospitals and things like that.
yeah.
Cancer research, ALS research, some of them heart disease, heart clinics, Make-A-Wish, animals. I'd be like Lisa, the other Lisa on that's usually on here, who has 1,000 cats. She don't have 1,000 cats, but she does have a lot of cats. You might even have to look out for the bodyguard. The bodyguard, yeah, that's true. But my bodyguards are going to be hunky dunkies. I don't care if I got that much money. I'm going to have me whatever I want.
Right? You wouldn't even get that meeting with Johnny Depp.
I will finally get to meet Johnny Depp.
Not if you set up an LLC and remain anonymous and had your lawyer sign everything in the name of the LLC. No one absolutely has to know who you are at all.
Yeah.
I think here in Ohio, I think it's like public record or something.
I think in Iowa, where I live in Iowa, I think it is too. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But every little bit of debt or anything would be coming after you. Hi, Sonia. Okay. Are we ready? Message about what I need to do now.
I just want a chocolate ice cream cone. That's pretty easy. Okay.
Daily guidance is mine. Yeah. Go ahead. If you're ready.
You want me to go ahead? Okay. So, I think that you have a new idea or something new that you're going to be doing, or what you're thinking on doing, because I pulled new adventures. That's not really coming in clear, is it? I got a new webcam, so I'm not really sure how to use it. But anyway, so I got new adventures, and it says, today I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from. I move through fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. And this was actually the 4th card that I pulled for you, but they go along with these cards. And I got the star. I wish I knew how to like make that clear. I'm gonna have to figure that out because it's really blurry. Okay, so you have the star, and it says all your dreams are coming true. Opportunities, renewal, faith, hope, healing, rejuvenation, and unexpected help. So I sound muffled. I don't know if there was I sound muffled. Let me turn on the sound on here. I sound muffled. Does it still sound muffled? Was it only when I went? Does it still sound? My sound is weird tonight. It's because I'm using a webcam. Okay.
They just said you sound weird. Excuse me. I just sucked in some incense.
Huh?
I just sucked in incense.
Oh no.
He's like, help me with the baby.
Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. So you can do yours.
I'll do my reading. Okay, Teresa. What I got is steady progress. And my light is going to be crappy. Steady progress. whatever you've been doing, it's going to pay off big time because it's like constantly going. Whatever you're starting to do now, you just go slow. You got it. Like I said, go slow. Don't jump into it. Although the next card is go for it, which means go for whatever you're thinking about. Now, if you're thinking about changing a job or moving or even just going and doing something like a concert or something, go for it. Live life to the fullest each day and make a memory. I always say that. And the next card is the ocean. You're going to spend time by the water. Definitely spend some time by the water. Don't remember what you said where you're living at. But if you're near water, it could be a lake or a pool, maybe even. You're going to be spending some time by the water. And trustworthy guidance. Now, the trustworthy guidance, sorry, I'm shaking so much tonight, honey. Trustworthy guidance means you can trust yourself. That's the biggest thing. Trust in your angels and your spirit guides. They will lead you on the right path and tell you what you're going to do next. And then the last card I got was Law of Attraction. Law of Attraction. Now, this could be a romance card. It could be an investment pays off immediately. It says an investment pays off immediately. Did you buy a ticket? Because we were just talking about the lottery. An investment pays off immediately, dividends. So invest wisely. If you're going to be like investing on something to do it so you can go for it, you'll be going by the ocean or by the water. You're trustworthy and you can get trust in your instincts and trust in yourself because your guides will put you on the right path. And it's a steady progress. You just keep on going down that road and the path and it should be great. Okay, honey?
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know how to fix the sound. Does it still sound the
same? Push your sound on your computer, like up and down. Can you hear me all right? Because I always sound like I'm screaming.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I need to return this webcam and get another one. Maybe the sound is not working. I hope you guys can hear me. So I'm just going to go on, and then we have 4 messages. So we have our questions. We have Teresa, Cheyenne, JR, and Sonia, just in case anybody was wondering.
Okay.
All right. So my message for Teresa. So the new adventure, something new that you might be wanting to do. I got the star. And it says that all your dreams are coming true, but then and then I got the judgment card as well, and it says answering the call to action creates new opportunities. So that's another new opportunity. And then I did get the 2 of Swords, and it says on there to listen to your inner voice when making choices. So I am getting that something new is going to be coming up. Make sure you listen to your inner voices. But I think it's going to turn out good for you. Sorry, I feel like my energy is off now since he came down, and I know my son's like up there not sleeping. So we'll do these 4 messages, and then I might have to go because he has to wake up at like 4:30, so I don't want him staying up all night trying to get him to sleep. Teresa, hun, go with your gut and do what you want to make you happy. Okay.
Okay. The next one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out the webcam thing. I might have to return this and maybe even try a whole new webcam.
Okay, go ahead.
You still hear me?
Who's the next one?
Oh, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like a message.
A message.
All right. A message for Cheyenne.
Any particular thing just from your guides, Cheyenne? I will do Crystal Angels this time by Dorian Virtue.
Okay. I'm using the Gateway Oracle for this one. I'm glad I used this webcam and found out that it's not working that well. That way I can get a new one before we go live on Thursday. A message from Guy.
Okay. All right. Cheyenne, I got.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, honey. Be gentle with yourself. I'm just trying to get it so it don't have a big glare. You're getting too hard on yourself. You're thinking that you're not capable of doing what you need to do, and you are. You are capable. I always tell everybody that all my clients and everybody on my website that I do my oracle readings on Saturdays. You are the priority. It took me a long time to realize that, and it sounds selfish, but don't ever think that you're being selfish, because if you're not happy, you're not going to make anybody else happy, and you need them to make you happy. So be gentle on yourself. Don't be so critical, like, hey, I didn't do this right, maybe if I did this or maybe if I did that. Nope, you did the best you could, and that's the way it happens. Everything happens for a reason. And the next card is life lessons. Life lessons. It goes exactly with be gentle on yourself. You learn from the past. Let's say a breakup. If you break up with somebody, you're like, I'm not going to find a guy who drinks or gambles or smokes or whatever. That is a life lesson. So you learn from that past and you go on to the next. And you're going to have some increased support. People are going to support you that are around you on whatever decision you're trying to make right now. The increased support could be coming from your spirit guides and your angels too. And stay strong. Stay strong in your faith and believe in yourself. That's exactly what the cards are saying about you, honey. Be gentle on yourself. Learn from life's lessons and increase support through your guides and your friends and your people you talk to on here. And then just stay strong in your faith that everything's going to work out. Okay? That's it, Michelle.
Okay. So the cards that I have for you is about manifest. The first card that I got was making a difference. But I feel like this message is about manifesting your dreams. I feel like there's something that you're wanting to do. Maybe you've been procrastinating on. This says my dreams are coming true. You're supposed to ask angels for help, or your guides to guide you through whatever this is that you're wanting to do with your life. And I think it's something that makes a difference with people, right? Like making a difference, helping people, or whatever it is, because there's a big heart on this card. So I think it's something that is just helping people. And now is the time to do it, because I got the present card, and it says, in this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life step by step as I follow my desires and intuition, joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way. When I live like this, I don't have to worry about the future. So it's time to manifest your dreams and call in the angels to help you, and your guides to guide you along the way. And I think that is what you're going to do is, or wanting to do, is going to be making a difference in the lives of others. Alright, so that's what I have. I don't hear my son crying anymore. I think he's playing now.
Mm.
Probably. He fell asleep earlier than he normally does, so he's probably thinking it's time to wake up.
Okay, who's the next one?
Oh, you're welcome, Cheyenne.
You're very welcome, Cheyenne. And Teresa. I'm sorry, honey. Who's the next one?
Okay, hold on just a second. Oh, I have to unstart those. There we go. JR, can I get an energy reading?
An interview reading?
Energy reading.
Energy reading.
I'm not
All
quite sure how to do an energy reading, but I can do like a general. I don't have any. Oh,
I
I
have
don't have energy oracle cards. I forgot.
Healing Energy Oracle card.
There we go. See, we're all set.
All right. Healing Energy.
Message for JR. Oh, my birthday's the 4th. I accidentally said in Jane the Seeker's live, I accidentally said my birthday is the 8th, and then when I looked at that, I was like, my birthday's not the 8th, it's the 4th. Sorry about that. But I'm going to be doing a birthday live for my birthday, and if anybody wants to join on there, they can. I know Melinda's going to be there, and Lisa said she's going to come. So.
Let's say it's your birthday.
I will be 38.
God, such a baby.
My birthday is August the 4th.
Are you ready, JR? First card I got for you is release. Relax and release. Release all your stress. Relax and release. And it stopped the feeling of your fears and your hardships of your life. Relax. Relax. Just do it. And then once you get relaxed, you're going to have a lot of joy and happiness. Because once you get rid of all that stress and that nightmare and the fear of what you want to do, you're going to have a lot of happiness, honey. And harmony. Happiness and harmony. Because you have inner strength. See, your inner strength is going to release all of that tension that's going to build up, and you're going to be happy. And you're going to finally find some peace in your life where things are just going to go right. Don't have that fear of when the other shoe's going to drop. Don't ever have that fear again. And it's all because of your inner strength. Okay? That's what I got for you, honey.
That's awesome, Lisa, because my message is right on point with that.
Is it?
I got the first card out for you. We got a Hercules-looking dude here.
Yeah?
He's a pretty good-looking chap. This is hostilities, okay? My youngest is your age. Oh, that's awesome. So we have hostilities being shown here. I think that you're having some anxiety, which Lisa mentioned in her reading. But I do have the victory card. So I do think that you're going to get victory over this. But just, this guy's like got his sword out. He's ready for battle. And then you have, the anxiety card. But I do see it all coming together and turning out. I'm going to get one more card. We'll get one more card. Which birthday? 848. Oh, so my birthday party is going to be on August 4th, but if you are like in California, it'll technically be on the 3rd. It'll be at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time, so that's technically on the 4th.
10:30 on the East Coast or West Coast.
So I'm going to get one more card out here. Second chakra archangel, Ariel. I'm going to see what the book says about that. This is card number 36. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read this. It says intimacy and creativity. So it says the second chakra vibrates in the energy of the beautiful angel Ariel. She sends a bright orange energy promoting inspired creativity and greater comfort with intimacy. When this card appears upright, it's urging you to get creative. Let yourself reach out to unexplored areas of self expression and new projects that may have a more creative approach. This is also a time when the energies of closeness with others and nurturing yourself can flow more freely. You can now open yourself to the emotional intimacy that may be coming your way. So, nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and the camaraderie of the resonant souls around you. And I think I remember doing a love reading for you last week. And so that says the energies that get ready for, how did that just say? Oh, I just lost the page, sorry. It says, you can now open yourself to the emotional intimacy that may be coming your way. Because I remember doing a love reading for JR last week with Melinda was in there. So you're going to have victory. Okay. I don't hear anything going on upstairs, so maybe he went to sleep. Because if he was playing, I'd hear it. I hear my cats fighting now. All right. So a message for Sonia. Can I get a message from my grandma Marie, please and thank you. Okay. Message from Grandma Marie. Message from Grandma Marie.
Okay, Sonia, I'm really cloudy tonight, honey, so you'll have to forgive me about the clairvoyant and mediumship.
Okay.
I'm kind of, like I said, I'm really cloudy because I'm focused on a friend of mine who has her son's funeral tomorrow. So my energy's kind of going there. Let me see if I can clear it out.
I do remember you asking about somebody, but I didn't remember the name. I did not remember the name. Or I don't know that I ever heard the name.
Maria.
So Sonia, for some reason when I was trying to, now I've never had any mediumship classes or anything like that, but I have been able to pick up like certain things when people have asked for readings from their loved ones. And for some reason, I was just really drawn to Thanksgiving, and I was really drawn to seeing just like a turkey. I seem like a turkey. So I don't know. I mean, most people do have, Thanksgiving with their family. So that seems like an obvious choice to say, but it really just stood out to me. I just keep seeing like a turkey dinner. So I don't know if that resonates to you. Maybe, like I said, everybody has Thanksgiving, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure what part of the world that she's in, so they might not even celebrate Thanksgiving where she is. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm getting is a piece of jewelry, some piece of fancy jewelry that she always wore. It could be like a brooch. It doesn't have to be an expensive piece. It could be like a little brooch or I'm thinking a brooch because I want to say a ring, but I'm thinking it's more up here. It's the shape of a flower, I think. Anyway, she's telling me that she's very proud of you and that she loves you and she will always be there for you. No matter, then she got to watch you grow up. She got to watch you grow up on the other side.
She said that she didn't know her. Did she pass before you were born?
That's what I just said. She got to know you on the other side. She watched you grow up on the other side. So, yeah, she said she got to watch you grow up on the other side, which means she's around you, honey, and she's seen you grow up. Grow up to what person you are now, and she's very proud of you, of what you've accomplished in life and all the things that you've overcome. Now, I did draw some angel cards, uh, messages from your angels. And I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and smoother road ahead. So there's going to be a smoother road ahead. She's going to be with you every step of the way to help you. And then I got, you are confused right now. That's true. And indecisive because you do not have enough information. So, like you said, you didn't know her. Maybe you could find some old pictures of her or something that you can do. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Now, are you making a decision about her, or are you just wanting to know more information? No conditions aren't favorable right now, but wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help you, guide you, and comfort you. So ask her. She will come to you in a dream. Now, if you know what she looks like, I see a woman who, and I could be totally wrong because, like I said, I'm kind of foggy, but a woman who is heavy set, not big woman, just a heavy set woman wearing a brooch. Like I said, a little brooch right here on her dress that she wore.
She said she passed when she was 18 and she only met her for one day when she was 16.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I see her as, a woman who is kind of heavy set, and she's wearing this dress with a brooch. Now, maybe this is what she was buried in or something, or she always wore a dress. It's kind of like a fancy dress, black dress, with this a brooch that's it was made out of glass. It wasn't a real one. It was made out of glass, like the old thing. She said no. Huh. She wasn't heavy, or no, you haven't seen a picture of her. You don't remember what she looks like. The last card I got, honey, is you deserved all of your outcome and will occur in a very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. So in this outcome, whatever kind of thing you're trying to do, or the outcome of searching for your grandmother, just have patience. It'll come with time. Like I said, no, Sonia, I'm not an expert, and I'm not really clear tonight because I am thinking of my friend and her son who passed away. They're having his service tomorrow. So my emotions are pretty messed up right now. So all I could tell you is all I kept on seeing was an elderly lady who was like, I don't know your age, but an elderly lady usually wore a pinafore dress or some kind of dress, a black dress with a glass flower pin right here on her chest. Now, like I said, it could have been what she was buried in or not, but if you look at pictures and stuff, maybe you'll see something. I hope you'll see something. And I hope I gave you some kind of piece on it, but That's all I can really give you, hon.
Okay, so I have 3 cards for you from the Talking to Heaven deck, and the first card that I have for you is You Are Never Alone. And the reason why she has given you this message is because she has become one of your guides. So she is one of your guides, and also I thought it was really awesome that I got this card as well. I watch over you every day. She's watching over you every day because she is one of your guides. You're never alone because she's always with you and she's always watching over you every day. So I think that's really special that she's now one of your guides, which is really cool. So that's really special.
So yeah, that's what kind of connected with me, that she watched you grow up. Even though she wasn't there in a physical form, she's still seeing you on the other side grow up.
Right. As one of your guides. Yeah, that's awesome.
I hope that resonates, honey. Thank you for your question. Like I said, I'm in a brain fog tonight, kind of. So
yeah, that's understandable. I'm sorry, Lisa.
That's okay, honey.
Now, is there anybody else in the chat that would like a message before we go for the night?
Sonia, are you okay, hon?
Yeah, are you okay?
Sometimes it's tough to hear things like that.
Yeah.
Especially like my dad passed away 33 years ago yesterday. Oh. So it was weird. And he and my son was inseparable. And my son's only 39 years old, 1 year older than you, Michelle. So yeah, I understand the thought of her, never seeing her grandma and stuff. And my son was only 6 years old when my dad passed away, so he really don't remember much.
Yeah, I never knew either one of my grandfathers. My mom didn't know who her dad was. That's kind of a long story, but so I didn't know who her dad was. And then my dad, when he just passed away, he was 92 or 93, I can't remember which. But so his dad was already passed before I was ever even thought of. Sonia says, thank you. I understand. Sorry for your loss. My grandma was a volunteer for 30 at the hospital when I was born. Or hospital I was born in. Yes, my parents broke up when I was a baby.
Yeah. That's what thank you guys for your condolences. Michelle knows kind of what I'm talking about, but my friend's little boy died fighting off heart transplant that he'd been fighting for over a year. He'd been under 2 heart transplants, and tomorrow is his funeral in the UK. And he was the spokesperson for organ donations, and it broke a lot of people's hearts when he passed away. I mean, a lot of people's hearts. Today, I was sitting at the stop sign at a 4-way stop, and I live in a small town in Iowa, and I really didn't think, very many people knew of him. And I looked up in the van in front of me, I swear, had a Crack in the Box, Corey, support Corey with the skull and crossbones. And it was him. It was his bumper sticker on her car. And I thought, wow, that's really weird. Of course, by the time I got my phone out, she was gone. But yeah, it's just weird how many lives he's touched. I think he has like over 200,000 people on his YouTube site. So that's really cool that him and his mom recorded palliative care, and palliative care is where they take care of him at home. And he did that. So yeah, for the last year, they've been recording everything. and she'll record the funeral tomorrow. And he's supposed to have a parade down the street, just a funeral procession type thing.
Yeah.
Be in a horse-drawn carriage, a glass carriage where people can line the streets. They want people to let the city actually wants them to line the streets in pirate costumes, and
that'd be
put
awesome.
him on the way home off. So yeah, I just know his mom spent 24/7 with him. I mean, he was attached to the hip with her. So
that would be cool if Johnny Depp shows up.
I see a lot of people were thinking that, and I really don't. She don't want. She wants people to come, and say, but she's not ready for a show, like a sideshow type people showing up, thousands of people showing up, thinking that Johnny Depp's going to be there.
Yeah.
He's, what I'm saying, paparazzi and stuff like that at her son's funeral, because she can't take it. Even though he was friends with Johnny, and he was friends with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and who else? He had some cook or chef that he really liked. Nate, he's called Nate from Australia, and he's known all over the world. It's amazing how this 11-year-old little boy had touched so many people's lives and brought so much awareness to organ donations and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Flora wants a.
Is your son there with you, Flora? Just so it's not like a third party, but she's asking for him. So.
Does my dad Josie have a message for him?
Yeah, Jose.
Or Jose. Jose.
I'll use my talking to heaven card again. Jose.
I think I have a card like that.
Jose.
Maybe.
Sonia says, "Thank you both so much. Found out by chance she was alive after I married at 16. She lived only about 20 minutes from me, but I was never told. Was so happy to meet her, but she's hating on my mom. Oh no."
Yeah. See, Sonia, my son's biological father left me when I was pregnant with him. So when his mother passed away a couple of years ago, I always thought about that. I never denied my son, the opportunity to go meet his dad's father or his father's family. And I always wondered if she ever knew about my son, because it was his firstborn child. And stuff like that. He wasn't ever mentioned in the funeral announcements, but I did find out that my son has a stepbrother.
Oh, wow.
Kind of shocking, yeah, when I read the obituary.
Her son's name is Sergio.
Sergio.
Okay, message from Jose. Sergio. She was my dad's mom. The grandma was her dad's mom.
Yeah. So it was like my son's kind of, because like I said, he left me when I was pregnant. And I think he only seen my son once when he was 6 weeks old. And then he split town, left the state. But my husband was my son's dad. So Now my son's 39 and he knows of him. He's always known of him. I've never said any bad thing about him. I was only 17 at the time and he was 25 and he left me. So
okay, so the 3 cards that I have, this card, I think this is so beautiful. It says, I always give you a good night kiss. And I am just a thought away. And then remember me by the memories we created. So those are the 3 cards that I got that came out of the Talking to Heaven deck.
why do I keep on getting, was this a, I don't mean to get nosy. Did he get shot? I don't know. Maybe not. My throat keeps on getting scratchy. Okay. I drew some cards, but I don't like that because I don't think that's what it means. I think it means more to you, Flora, for him, because it says
Flora's asking who's the dad shot.
Deep love and mother's milk, birth as a portal. So I think through you, Flora, you're going to give him more information about his dad than probably what I could. You know, he can ask you for anything and you could give it to him. You know, see, I keep on getting something was wrong with his throat. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, and anything unaligned must go. So if you have any questions like that, it's better to release them than to, like I said, with my son's biological father, I never said anything bad about him ever because that just made me look bad. I mean, yes, at the time I was 17 years old and this SOB, excuse my language, left me at 17 and he was 25 with having his baby and stuff. It scared the heck out of me. And my son knows that. So if you be honest with your son about his dad and tell him as much, see, when people pass on, it is us, our chance to make them live on through us. Eternal life is through us and our memories of them. Happy times. Anything could be a memory. And just tell him more about his dad, you know, how he liked to drink milk, how he liked to drink his coffee in the morning, how if he smoked it. See, I keep on getting it in my throat. Was it his throat? Something about cancer or something in his throat? Nobody got shot. Okay. Was it anything about his throat? See, I can't find the Flora. Was it about his throat? My dad. Her dad.
I think she's trying to tell you she's asking for a message from her dad to her son. So this is the
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it.
She said her dad died in his sleep.
And he's asleep. Like he couldn't breathe or something. Maybe natural causes. Huh. X is alive and well, no problem there. Yeah, it's like, well, it's kind of like I said too about, see, I'm sorry. I keep on getting something about his throat. Yeah, heart issues sometimes, yeah. I don't think it was, I keep on thinking it's something about his throat or a breathing or something. Yeah, all I can say is you are the answer to what you just asked me about your dad, and if he has any messages about your son, for your son. You are the one who can tell him everything about your dad and everything the way he was and make his memory live on through you. And lifting the veil, and that means telling him everything, about how he, like he said, like I said, a blood clot to his brain. See, yeah. I'm sorry for that, honey. Oh, Jesus. If it's like I'm just going to tell you, like I tell my son about his grandpa. He was 6 when he passed away. He was my dad's love of his life. I mean, he just made, you were 10 when he passed away. He made everything, and I think that that's what I'm keep on getting is, since it was 33 years ago when my dad passed away in front of my son and me, we were camping and he died of an instant heart attack.
Oh my goodness.
And we were just talking and laughing and stuff and said goodnight and just walked out of their camper and he passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
I'm grateful for that in a certain way because I got to say goodbye and I loved him.
Yeah.
But because I always said goodnight and loved him, and so did my son. So, and we got to spend the last minutes with him, but still, that's what I'm talking about. This is how you've got to tell your son about his grandpa. And yeah, you were 10 years old when he passed away, but even then, you still might not have a lot of memories. Now, if you have family members that are still alive that have pictures, and ask about them. See, that's what is hard for people nowadays. They don't know the history of their past relatives. I am the youngest out of 7, so I've got a list of people, and I tried to make the family tree, and I tried to do all this and everything, and it was really interesting finding out what my grandpa and my great grandpa did, and how they fought in wars, and how one got killed by a train, things like that. That was weird, but that's how I figured out. I had to ask my aunts and all of the living relatives that I had for information. And it's important to teach our children that information so they can pass it on to their children. And so we live on constantly. And I hope my son works as a nurse now. And he tells his clients, because he does in-home healthcare. And I'm sorry, Michelle, if I'm going on. But
no, you're fine.
He tells his clients things that I taught him when he was little. And that's what he said. I sing him the same songs you used to sing to me when I was little. And that makes you feel good. He passed on to a total stranger on how he grew up. So my legacy will still go on through other people. you know. So that's what you have to do with your son. I think that's the cards that I got for you, was for you to tell him as much as you possibly can to remember about your dad, and how he grew up, and even his dad, even though he's not passed, thank goodness. But that's how we live our lives. We grow on, and that's what I keep on thinking about, about the situation tomorrow and things like that. That's how legacies are born. We can tell, like Michelle, you can tell your kids about your mom and dad and how you did all these traditions and stuff, and for Christmas and for Halloween, and how Halloween was my best time of the year. My mom always made cookies, and we always had our cousins over, and we always had parties, and it was just fun, and went trick-or-treating. And so I think that's what mine was. My best time of the year was because of that. And that's the things you need to tell your son about. You don't have to tell him about the dark things, the bad things. You just tell him the good things. And the smallest little detail, if you can remember, about your dad. So that's my only advice, honey. I'm sorry I couldn't give you any more. But I just, like I said, I kept on getting, you could tell, I kept on getting something caught in my throat. And I think that, like you said, the blood clot went up through his throat and into his brain, and it or maybe it could have been his brain made him stop breathing, like made him choke, that kind of effect.
You know what I was just thinking? I wonder if her son smokes, because maybe the message is, maybe if he does smoke, maybe the grandfather is trying to tell him to stop smoking. I don't know if he does or not, but I just
had
that thought.
Maybe your ex you said he's alive and well, maybe he smokes, and maybe that's a message for him to stop smoking. I don't like giving messages like that out because, like I said, but it was hard for me to tell you why I was, coughing or kind of choking up and stuff. And my sense burned out a long time ago. So, yeah.
Oh no, Flora said she saw him die. That is so sad. I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah. See, Flora, that's what I did too. I saw my dad pass away right in front of me and my son. And my mom, 6 years later, my son seen my mom pass away the same way. And then my husband died right next to me with ALS. So yeah, that feeling of having seen somebody die in front of you, I hate to tell you, it leaves a permanent effect on you. You get like what they say, post-traumatic stress.
Yeah.
And on the day that they die, like yesterday was my dad's anniversary of his death. I remembered every single thing that happened that night. I mean, every single thing, right down to the CPR, what color the sheets were, the pillow that he was laying on, everything. He had a pair of blue jean shorts on. He had his big belly, just everything I remember. And he was trying to talk to me, but no sound came out.
Oh, that might be the clearing.
That might be the throat thing, yeah.
That makes sense.
That he wanted to say, he wanted to say that he loved you. I know that for a fact. I mean, that just, I hate to say pop in my head since he died of a brain aneurysm, but that's what he wanted to make sure that he told you, is that he loved you. No matter what, I think that's what you know what my dad was joking about? He said maybe Grandpa should have cleaned his stinky feet and threw a pair of socks at my son. That's one of his last words for a conversation. I think I should have washed my stinky feet and threw his socks at my son. See, that is something I can laugh about because I remember it. But yeah, it was pretty traumatizing. And I think of my son because he was only 6 years old when he seen my dad pass. And then he was only 12 years old when he seen my mom pass. And he was 19 years old when he seen my husband pass. So he's pretty. I don't fear of dying, but I know that he will have a really hard time when I pass. So yeah, I think that would push him over the edge, and I pray that he's not here with me or he don't find me. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that doesn't have for a long time.
See, you always wondered what he did want to tell you, and that, like I said, it just popped in my head. I could see it like a billboard in front of me that he loved you.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to tell you.
If I was dying and my kids were there, I know that's the only thing I was going to tell him is just how much I love him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And now he's thinking he's very proud of you, like I told Tonya. Because when they pass over, they don't see the bad things that we do and stuff. Like some people say, oh, they see everything. They see us naked in the shower, and they see what they want to see, what's good about us and what's that. And if you ask them in your sleep, because that's how clairvoyants get their messages, usually through dreams. Now there's there's a spiritualist or whatever you want to call it, and that's what the tarot cards, and they get their messages from their spirit guides through your spirit guides, and then they have like communicate together, and then your spirit guides tell me or whoever's reading for you, and that's how a spiritual a psychic, I guess it's called psychic. Then you have, what, you got a kid or a dog?
My cat.
Your cat?
Me. He's trying to get me to pet him more, and he's like, sorry.
Then a clairvoyant is somebody who can see images through your dreams. And if you're clairvoyant, you feel it after you wake up. You remember it. You feel every little bit of it. It can shake you to the ground where your knees buckle and stuff. And then there's a medium who can talk directly to spirits. Now the spirits will talk to the medium. Now you can be all three. Let's see. Who was all three? Sylvia Brown was all three. I don't know if you're familiar with her. I'm trying to think. Lorraine Warren was all three. I don't know if you're familiar with her. I know Linda, who's on all these channels. Linda Grindle, I believe she's all three, and she can do that. And you have very strange dreams. See, Flora, what you can do is ask in your dream, or ask right before you go to bed. Say, if you have any messages for me, anybody can do this. If you have any messages for me and you want me to know this message, make sure you make it loud and clear and I can understand it. Okay? And some of them are messages or warnings, and that is the ones that affect you the most. You can feel that after you wake up. Exactly what you do is when you wake up. And I've had several of those too. And it's scary because your whole body feels like you're shaking, like an earthquake is going off in your body. And you literally do feel like your knees are buckling and you start crying and you have to go and do what they tell you to do. And those are dreams that are warnings, messages. And see, they won't tell you things that you cannot change. Now, if you can change something, they'll tell you, but they can't tell you anything else. Like, like I'll say, hey, Michelle, don't cook spaghetti tomorrow. I think hello, Ocean. I think somebody's going to choke on spaghetti. Heaven knock on wood. Nobody does.
Not making spaghetti.
Don't cook spaghetti tomorrow.
No spaghetti.
But if I came to her in my dream and I told her that, I would make sure that she knew exactly what. Don't cook spaghetti. But if I couldn't change the outcome of something, I couldn't tell her, and everybody has free will. But sometimes, yeah, they can't tell you when you're going to die. They can't tell you if somebody is going to pass away. They can't tell you all of this unless you can change it. Yes, and sometimes it takes me all day to figure out what the message is. That's another thing about dreams. Sylvia Brown got me into all the dream things. Let's see. When you can't figure out what the message is, that's what you need to do is before you go to bed, you need to tell them to make it clear enough to where you understand it, make sure that you understand it, and remember it the next day. Okay? And make sure that you remember things like that, and the more you practice that, before you go to bed, like, hey, I always say, if you have something that I need to know, please tell me, make sure that it's clear, make sure that I remember it, and I will, you can either write it down as soon as you wake up from a dream, and that helps. A lot of people keep dream journals, or you will remember it really good and you'll know what the message really is. You don't have to figure it out. They'll make it clear and straight right to you. And that's what your spirit guides and stuff are. Okay? I love dream stuff.
I do too.
I've been interested in it for like 20 years now.
Yeah, even when I was a kid, I'm not gonna say a kid, but when I was like a teenager, then I got, I would have dreams and I would look up what it meant. What different dreams mean, because I get whenever I get dreams and they're like if I'll have a dream about a spider, then I'll look up what does it mean to have a dream about a spider, and it's always spot on, like what the meanings are, and it's always about like how my emotional state is. So I get messages about how I'm doing emotionally through dreams.
Yeah, some dreams have completely different meanings. Like if you kill a spider, you're not supposed to kill a spider in a dream, and you're supposed to kill snakes. If you kill the snake, then you're going to have good luck or whatever. You've killed your problem. If you drowned or something, that's supposed to mean good luck or something because you're being reborn. Kind of like your tarot cards do. If you get the death card or whatever, or the devil card in the deck, or the death card, it doesn't mean that you're going to die. It means that you're just going to get rid of something. It's just going to be a brand new start onto something. And that's great. People always like, oh God, you have the death card, Hello.
Hi, Marilla. And we had Ocean come in.
Ocean's in here too. Yeah, it's just all different.
How I get my messages is like I'll just know something. I don't know how I know it. I just know
it. Yeah.
Like, I don't hear it. I don't see it. It's just a knowing that's there that I don't know how to explain.
And when I tell people, because I try to tell people about spell jars and stuff and wishes and your new moon manifestations and stuff like that. I'm not an expert, but when you try to manifest something, you have to be really, really specific. And I'm not plugging my channel or nothing, but next month I will be doing about witchcraft and things like that in movies, and how, like, the first one is going to be practical magic, and how that really shows what real witches nowadays, when people say, oh, you're a witch, I'm not like evil witch or nothing. I'm not a Wiccan. I'm not a Celtic. I'm not pagan or nothing like that. It's a combination of all of it that I believe in that stuff, I guess. And I do spell jars for protections to protect my son and I. And when people talk about witches and things like that, and I know kind of getting off subject, but when people talk about witches and stuff like that, they all think that it's scary and stuff, or tarot cards. That's all it is magic. And we every day use things that would be considered witch. You're a witch. You use your broom, that's to sweep away bad, off your floor. That's being a witch. Practical Magic, is that a movie? Yep, it is, Ocean. And that's
with Practical Magic too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? They're coming out with a second one.
Yeah. That will be on my channel on August the 4th, I believe, the first Friday of August.
Happy birthday.
But yeah, it's all like that. I mean, we use herbs and everything, like in our cooking or smells in our house, or I always do the incense before I do readings, and just things. Every time you pray to God, that is a spell. You ask for help from Jesus, or anything that is considered a chant. So that's a part of a spell. You put cinnamon in your house. That's a spell. I will be doing a Sunday. I will teach you the spell of blessing your house and protecting your house. And it's real easy. And you probably, if anybody's on my Facebook site, has probably seen it. The cat's getting at your feet.
Yeah, he's trying to hold him up. Sorry, you guys. I look like I have pants in my pants or something. I'm trying to keep my feet away from him. Let me see if I can move this. Hold on.
Yes, I can tell you a spell, Flora, about removing curses.
He's got my shoe.
I can tell you a spell that they use for removing curses. I have several spell books here. And I will be talking about that throughout the whole month of August. And that's what's going to kind of be about movie magic. And we use salt, correct? Salt is great. The first of the month, you use cinnamon. You just put it in your hand, like a handful of cinnamon in your hand. You can use, it's mostly like it's kind you buy at the store, just ground cinnamon. And then you make like an 8 of it in your hand in the cinnamon, and then you blow it inside your door and you say, please protect my family and anybody who answers or walks in this house, and give me prosperity and protection. And that's it. Simple. You just blow it off your hand and it goes onto your floor. Of course, you leave it. But a lot of people sometimes I use salt. I use pink salt, and I use regular table salt. Cinnamon is really good. It's used in a lot of spell casting. Oh, baby kitty. But cinnamon is used in a lot of spells, and people didn't know that. Sage, cinnamon, mugwort is what they used in Practical Magic for her bruise, and that's supposed to help with bruising. And they use it in soups and things like that. So it's very interesting. I love all that stuff. But I also found out that I'm an electric witch, which means a collective of all of it. I believe in God, and I believe in all of the tarot cards and things like that. So yeah, there's several witches, and I will go on and on and on about it. You use candles. Yep. See, candles is a part of witchcraft too. When you put a birthday candle on your birthday cake and you blow it out, you make a wish, right? You wish for magic. And that's what manifestation is. You manifest what you really want. And that is free will. And I like the blowing the cinnamon through the door. Yes, Ocean. Yeah. And it's real easy. And I think that I'm not rich by far, but I do have a roof over my head, and I have food in my stomach, and my son is healthy, knows that I love are healthy. And that's the main thing about life. As long as you have the necessities and everybody's okay, then that's wealth and prosperity. But when you wish for things like that, if you wish for Ocean, I'll do that probably Sunday. I'll have it on my website. I don't know if you're on my webpage, but I will give you the recipe or the prayer and everything and what you need to do. Salt at the door. Yep, I salt everything. I salt doors. I salt windows. I put salt around the base of my house to keep snails out and things like that, bugs out. So yeah, I will do that Sunday because you do it every first of the month. That's the monthly blessing on the cinnamon and stuff. But yeah, I got way off track there, Michelle. But I'm sorry, honey. It's your show.
That's fine. I just don't know anything about any of that.
Yeah.
I was just putting my cat on because he's cute.
The windows, yes, they do. You put that on the windows. You can put it around your windowsills. You can put cinnamon around your windowsills too, and cinnamon will keep ants out. Little ants.
Yeah, I had ants in my kitchen. They were like the big ones, the ones that eat your wood.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept coming in, man. And I was like, I put ant traps out, and they were like, nope, not gonna work. So I looked up on Google, and it said to put cinnamon because they won't. And then I put cinnamon, they're gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
they won't cross the cinnamon for some reason. It like chokes them out or something. You could use cinnamon for that. Sometimes people used to do, like in the South, they would use brick dust to protect. See, if you use salt, cinnamon, or brick dust, it's supposed to keep the bad energy out, right? Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about brick dust, but I do know that I have crystals, and that's used for energy and all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm. See, spell jars. What you do with spell jars is for protection is you get a little tiny glass jar and you fill it up with sand and things like that, and you say a prayer. And some people even put little St. Michael's or St. Christopher's medals inside of it, like little statues and stuff inside of it, and you put them in each corner of your house or your property so bad can't enter your property too. See, yeah, your mom used to taught you all that. Yeah, see.
Sorry, I can't really chime in. I don't know anything about any of this. So.
Flora, I don't think he's cursed. I honestly don't, honey. I know my son always thinks he's cursed. Like somebody put a bad curse on and stuff. But I think that when people talk about curses, if he's having bad luck, it's probably just about he's growing up in that sense.
That sounds like
curse. With the curse, that is really bad stuff, like an illness, or it's what they call a gray witch. A gray witch is in between a good witch and a bad witch. Someone who reads tarot cards and things like that. And Wicca, even Wicca, is all about good. You do not hurt anyone. And you never, ever, ever say anything bad about a person or wish anything upon a person, because it can come back to you 3 times fold. So it'll come back to me if I put a curse on somebody, or if I say anything bad about somebody, I wish, bad luck or something on them. It'll come back to you unfold. And Linda Grindle kind of talks about that too. She's really into that. Things like, that's the number one thing people learn about witchcraft and things like that, is there are bad witches, and then we don't worship the devil or anything like that. Like I said, I believe in God, and I believe in all of the things like that, and the mystical, and the tarot cards and things like that, our spirit guides and angels. So I'm a good witch. Now there's a really bad witch who practices to the devil, and they do evil things and they do stuff. But most movies, they elaborate it. Of course, they're gonna make it horrible for the bad witch. They sacrifice things, but I've never heard of anybody being sacrificed. Like human sacrifice. But there are bad witches. Then there are what called gray witches who put curses and hex on them because they're mad at someone and they want to get back at them. Now, I don't know anybody like that either, but because they're all scared of the consequences, it'll come back to you 3 times fold. So yeah. Aleister Crowley was a bad witch. I don't know if anybody knows about him. He worshiped the devil and stuff. And there are some people like that. They're what they're called a cult. So, yeah. I really don't see your son having a curse. I think he's just having growing pains, or he's trying to be taught some kind of lesson.
Right.
Because each of us have a lesson that we have to learn on this path. And like I said, with my son and myself, I've watched 4 people die right in front of me. 4 people that I loved very much, that was so close to me. Now, I thought, yeah, I'm just under this curse. I was meant to take care of people, and all they do is leave me, or they die, or what's going on, why me? And then I think, well, I had to learn that. I had to learn all of that, and I knew that I was strong enough to get through that. So, yeah. He is 45 and a single dad. He's single dad. So he knows now that he has to go on and grow up and become a dad, to this child. Does he have custody of the child? Did his wife pass away, or his girlfriend, or anything like that?
Just shared with us. She said, I came across someone on here who answered a question for me, and I literally saw her aura darken, her voice change, and her facial expression wasn't friendly. Bad witch, maybe. I blocked her ASAP. Wow. I would block her, turn off everything, and I don't even know. Take some sage and just sage my whole body just to be sure.
The bad witch, yes, maybe. Now, see, that's another thing. When people talk about shadow people are, he's got shared custody. See, what he's dealing with now, honey, is the mama.
Baby mama drama.
Baby mama drama. Yep, exactly. It's not a curse, and she can't put a curse on him. What I do every day, and I get up when I take a shower, I say I'm washing all the bad negativity off of me with the water and the soap, and it's all going down the drain. And I try to start every day that way. Now, like I said, I'm not no expert or nothing like that, but that helps me, and mentally somehow it helps me think I'm going to be okay. And I ask my spirit guides and my angels to protect my son and me, and I do that. Now, see, a cult, yep, just means mysterious, mystical, or supernatural, something secret or unknown, except for a few tarot and an occult practice. Occult does not mean evil. Well, some occults do. Now, see, you can belong to a coven, and that means not bad. But an occult is like, it doesn't have to do with anything, like with witchcraft or anything. An occult could be just having someone be their followers. Now, in politics, I'm not going to say what I want to say because I don't believe in bringing up politics. But some people think that Trump is a part of a cult. You know what I mean? He's got all of his MAGA followers, and they worship him, and they do exactly what he tells them to do. Crowlister, he was a part of a devil worshiping cult, and he was part. But there are some people who belong to covens. Now, coven is nothing like an occult. A coven is a group of witches who come together and they do good, and that's what most of us are, is good. Now, I don't belong to a coven. I'm an independent who does different things on my own. A cult, yeah. C-U-L-T, cult versus occult, which I provided the dictionary definition. Occult. What's an occult?
That's the definition right there. Means mysterious, mystical, or supernatural.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about a cult, yeah. And that does evil. But yeah, it's just things that we do, and what's what I'll be discussing next month on my channel. But it's very interesting when you get into that. I never knew there was like 3 different kinds of mediums. I'm sure there's probably more, 3 types of people who can connect with spirits and stuff. And we all are empaths. Anybody that's on here are empaths. We have that ability to feel others' emotions and stuff like that. But some of us are physical empaths, and I'm one of them that gets knocked on my butt even if I go to Walmart. I went to the University of Iowa Hospital the other day, and for my cancer checkup, and luckily I am cancer free. And by the time I got home, I was sick and throwing up and just absolutely worn out. It took me almost 3 days just to sleep it off, because I absorbed all of that energy through all of those people in that hospital. And University of Iowa Hospital is huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge. I don't know if anybody feels like that or knows about the Hawkeyes football teams or whatever. It's right next to it. But this hospital is the biggest in Iowa. It's maybe being biggest forever. But when you're sitting there and waiting in the waiting room and stuff, I can just feel everything. So you know what I do? No matter how much I tried to, thank you, honey. No matter how much I tried to ground myself and stuff, I still can. By the time I got home, like I said, it was just like, ugh. And then I had the feeling of happy because I am cancer free, knock on wood. And then I had all of that going on with everybody else coming in sick with masks and things like that. So I felt it all, no matter how much I did. When I this is how silly I am. When I go into a hospital or a waiting room type thing, or the room, I think about what I can use, because I love zombies, what I can use to kill a zombie. Like, oh my God, how am I going to kill a zombie if I'm sitting here and it all breaks out? The creators of the RSW deck. Aleister Crowley, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do something about him. He was pretty wicked, I think. But yeah. But yeah, it's just when you're an empath and you feel it, your energy empath or whatever, it's like an energy vampire. You just suck it all in, and then you just wear yourself out. And it took me a long time to learn how to release all of that. And unfortunately, that's what made me so tired all the time, is not being able to release a lot of it.
Right.
And it wore me completely out. It took me until I was 50 to learn how to do that. So, yeah. And yes, I'm old. I am going to be 58 in a couple months. So, 20 more years of older than Michelle. 20 more years. My God, you could be my baby. My son is older than you. Of Dracula, Bram Stoker. Oh,
So
yeah.
remember how earlier when we first started the live and I'm like, my son woke up and he's crying.
Mm-hmm.
He's upstairs watching TV. I can hear him running across the floor.
Oh, geez. You better get up there.
But it's like 1:20 and he's just up there chilling, watching Netflix. What happened was What happened was his dad, he has to wake up at 4:30. Well, that's when his alarms start going off. And so he probably just turned on the TV for him, and he's probably asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So probably need to get up here and make sure he's not got some kind of marker on the wall or something. Who knows?
He's painting his room.
I hope not. Well, his crib is in the room, still in the my room.
He's painting his room.
I hope not. So I think I'm going to end this broadcast for the night. I really need to go up there and make sure he's all right. So he's not crying.
Yes, you do.
He knows what he's getting into.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us.
Thank you all.
And for the laughs. I'm sorry for everybody's loss and hope I can help anybody. So, all right.
Good night, everybody. And we'll be back. Lisa, I always do the wrong direction. Lisa will be on Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yeah, it's 12:30 at night, which is technically Friday for Eastern time. And then Central is like, what, 11:30, I think. They're 1 hour behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you live in California, it's actually 9:30. So we'll be back here in just a couple days and stuff. So, and then Melinda will be with us too.
Yeah.
And I have to figure out my webcam because apparently this one's not working that well. So, all right. Good night, everybody. Have a great night, and thank you for coming and joining us. And we'll see you guys in a few days. Okay.
Good night.